Okay, so my techie friends out there will appreciate this. This is my third generation iPod. I've had it since brand new. I bought it in 2003. And in 2003, iPods were really something. People were amazed by them, what they could do, how much music they could hold. And back then, they had digital music players that would hold some songs, but they were ridiculous. I mean, not much. They'd hold maybe 20 songs or 40 songs or what have you. So when the iPod came along, it was a big deal. And these days, the way music has changed with smartphones and Google Play, I think iPods have kind of faded out of the spotlight. But I just bought a vehicle that has an interface for an iPod. So I went and dug mine out. I thought that'd be pretty neat if I could get it running again and use it with my new car. Well, I remember before I stored it, the battery was bad. So immediately when I started it, I had to plug it in and it wouldn't hold the charge. I started looking into on the internet, doing a battery replacement. There's places you can send your iPod in. It's about $30 and they put a new battery in it. And I also saw that they sell just the battery by themselves. Well, me being mechanically inclined as I am, I wanted to figure out if I could just do it myself. So I bought this little kit. It had the battery. This is the old battery, and you can tell it's going bad because it's swelling. It's a lithium polymer battery, and anytime a battery's swelling, it's not good news. But they sell a little kit. It's got the battery, and it's got this neat little tool. And what you do is you take your iPod, and this was really the hardest part of the whole thing, separating the case, separating it right here. So once I got it apart and looked inside of it, it's pretty delicate in there, so I was real careful, but it's really not much to an iPod. It's a hard drive, it's a motherboard, it's a battery, graphic user interface, the screen. That's really about it. So first thing, I changed the battery and got it working. It worked, fired up right off the bat. It worked good, but it still had the 15 gig hard drive in it, and this is the 15 gigger. And I knew I needed more storage because for about 3 years I had it. It was great, but then my music library on iTunes got bigger than what the iPod would hold. So I could never really take all my music with me. So what I did, I found out, well, two things. Before I did this, somebody on the internet did this. What they did was, you can see this is how the hard drive, this is what that looks like. What this is right here, this is an adapter. See, it's basically the same setup. And what this does, this goes in place of the hard drive, and then you do the compact flash memory, which has made a lot of sense because the compact flash memory, solid state, no moving parts, whereas one of these is a hard drive spinning at however many gazillion RPM. When they get dropped, usually the hard drive is the thing that goes south on them. So I thought, wow, this is a great idea. So I installed this. I reflashed it on iTunes, and it worked, but it would always keep freezing up. It would lock up, and then I'd have to do a hard reset. And it was good in theory, it just didn't really work out. So I still wanted to put more storage in it, so what I did was I bought this. This is a 40 gig hard drive, and you can see, if you look at them, the 40 gig is considerably thicker than the 15 gig. So I put this in. I also needed to buy, because it's thicker now, this was the original 15 gigabyte case, wasn't going to be enough to hold the new hard drive, enough space. So I found on rapidrepair.com, they sell used cases, and this is basically, well, it's actually a 60 gig case, so I could have stuck a 60 gig hard drive in there, but they were more than I wanted to spend on refurbishing this, not even knowing if it was going to work or not. But you can see it's considerably thicker. I put the 40 gig in it, put it all back together, and it works awesome. So you go, let's see, so now about, say, 37 gig hard drive. I got 5,500 songs in it. I still have almost 8 gigabytes free. but it's great. Works like a champ, and yeah, it's a little beat up on the front, but I'll use it for a few years. And you know, I'm into this. Maybe I think the hard drive was $70, the battery was 10-15 bucks, and then I don't know if I can sell this. I can always use a flash card. I might get to, but anyway, I'm into it about $100. And when I was looking around at replacing it, just getting a newer style, you know, they were $300-400 to get the one I wanted. So use this for a while. It holds my entire music library and then some. I still got a lot of space. It works fine, and it's I'm basically giving it a second life. So I'm gonna put this video on YouTube, and hopefully I'll save anybody from trying to do this, because it just doesn't work. There's a video going, you know, it's out there. It's actually on YouTube also, but great in thought, great in theory. It just doesn't work like it's supposed to. If you want to upgrade your 3rd gen with more storage capacity, go with the 40, or you could one-up me and get I think you can get a 60 and an 80 now. But anyway, that's it.